The movie begins with a successful and talented actress called Debbie, also known as Big Dab. She's on the red carpet of a movie premiere having an interview, and here is her fiancé called Deolu. Deolu is a successful oil and gas businessman and is in no support of Debbie's career. He's here arguing with her of going to a movie premiere instead of going to his own presidential ball with the amazing gown he bought for her. Debbie and her manager, who is also her friend, were coming back from the gym, and she was surprised to see Debbie's new Rolls Royce that her fiancé got for her. They let her stop at Auntie Gift's shop to get some water. Auntie Gift is a huge fan of Debbie and she watched all her movies. The next morning, while Deolu was dressing up, a message popped on Debbie's phone and he asked who was it. Debbie lied that it was some random blog, which he knew that she was lying. He asked her to tell him the truth. Then she told him it's a role they are giving her in a movie. He asked how much is she going to be paid. She said 5 million. He said she should reject it, he will give her 10 million naira. She said it's not about the money, it's about what she loved doing. And he screamed aggressively on her. Then he told her to go see his mom around 3 p.m. She wants to see her. This is getting weird. Debbie did as she was told. She went to visit his mom. She even made her father sauce for her, but she rejected. She said she's now a pescatarian. She only eats seafood. Then she added with when is she going to stop movie, because she cannot imagine watching her daughter-in-law kissing and romancing multiple men. And is that how she's going to raise her grandchildren for her? She said she needs to quit that acting job. Her son is wealthy enough to take good care of her and even pay her what that movie cannot pay her. Debbie was speechless and doesn't know what to say about it. The next day, at the movie set, in the makeup room, a guy rushed in and he said he's a huge fan of Debbie. He started praising her not until when her manager sent him out. During the set, Debbie's fiancé kept calling her, which she was not able to pick because she was on the set. She had to call him after she was done and she lied she was at the spa. You know how spa people can be now, they won't allow you to pick your phone. And he said fine, is she going home now? She said yes. Arriving home, she met his car, which means he's inside. So she had to pull up her wig and her script inside her car. Then he came out and she said, why didn't you tell me you are at my house? And he said he has a surprise for her. He bought her a GS8 and this is his own way to say he's sorry. Debbie hopped in and asked him to please get her purse from her car. He went to her car and saw the movie script. He told her, how dare you lie to me? He tore the script into pieces and told her to choose either him or acting. Debbie went and packed her things out of his house. Few days later, Debbie went for a set, and after that set, she was having a very strong headache. That's how huge fan got her medication and had the opportunity to talk more to her, which he said is a huge fan. He has watched all her movie and she didn't believe it. She asked him to mention all, and he did without any stress. The next day, Debbie came to set very weak and was running hot temperature. She was having serious headache. She decided to call her fiancé. She told him she's very ill and he said where is she? His driver is coming to pick her up, and she said she's at the set. And he said, so you still choose that crazy thing over me? And he hung up. This made Debbie more hurt. He felt like he would have considered her health and talking about the movie issue. At that moment, that her huge fan walked in and she was vomiting. She had to vomit all over her body, which made him give her his clothes and took her home. Her manager disliked the guy, which made her be mean to him. One day, she was coming back home and she saw him. She decided to give him a lift. This gave him an opportunity to talk more to her. He said he has been in the movie industry for the past 2 years and up to now, he's only shown once in a movie. So Debbie told him not to worry, she would get him a lead role in a movie. The next day, he came bearing a gift present to thank her for getting him a lead role in a movie. So he's finally an actor and people will get to recognize him. As time goes on, they hang out, have fun, and even play couples in the movie. Things start getting interesting. Debbie started falling for her huge fan whose name appeared to be Paul. Well, let's say Debbie has finally found her soulmate. Few weeks later, Deolu find out about her new guy and he deleted her out of his life. So one day, Paul asked Debbie if she can loan him 40,000 naira to get a car. As an actor like him is not supposed to be driving one of her cars all the time. He promised he would pay her back immediately he gets the upcoming contract. The next day, Paul came and showed Debbie his new car. Manager find it annoying and stupid of Debbie giving him such a huge amount to buy a car. He called him a scammer and all sorts of names, which he overheard at the door. Paul shouted at Debbie for not defending him and he left angrily. Debbie had a huge fight with her manager, telling her to stay in her lane. She's not her mother, she's her manager. Paul came back later at night and she apologized to him. The next morning, he overheard Debbie's on the phone when the director of the movie were saying they don't want to give Paul the lead role with her. They don't want Paul cause he won't attract more customers. They only want her and they will find another A-list actor. What he overheard, and he told her to drop the movie too. If they are not putting two of them, and none of them will be in that movie. He said he won't allow her to go for a movie that has 15 kissing scenes and she will be kissing another guy instead of him. So she should tell them she's not participating. Debbie told him she will drop the movie as a power couple. Few months later, Paul released a new movie and they were going for the movie premiere. Debbie got a new dress to match his own and he asked her to go and change it. That is his day. All eyes need to be on him, not her. She should wear something normal. They got to the red carpet and Paul was asked if Debbie is officially his girlfriend, which he said no, they are just friends. That he's very, very single. Debbie talked to him about what he said on the red carpet and he said people don't really need to know their status. So he said he has a surprise for her. He took her to one brand new apartment, which he got for himself. Debbie was surprised and reminded him of his promise to her. The moment he gets his first contract, he will pay back his car money. He shouted at her and said she's ungrateful. Why can't she be happy for him? As for the car money, he will pay when he please. The next day, they passed through Auntie Gift's shop to get some stuff. She was inside with Auntie Gift and that was when he started screaming for her to hurry up. Auntie Gift heard a familiar voice and she peeped out for her to find out that the person dating Debbie is her ex-husband. She told Debbie Paul is her ex-husband and he's a narcissist. He's the one that made her lose all she had. And he's a scammer. He will make sure he finish her then let her dump her. She showed Debbie their wedding pictures. Debbie went home and called her friend and she told her everything, not knowing that Paul has already went to the company. We gave both of them brand ambassador of the brand and this is because of Debbie. But he went and spoiled Debbie behind. He asked them to remove her cause it will affect the product. He has someone else who is capable for that position. So later that night, Paul was having a party in his house. Debbie told him that the brand has called and they said they don't need her. And she said they should both reject the offer since they are not picking her. And he said no, he cannot leave such an achievement. She reminded him of how he asked her to leave a movie because of him. And he said he didn't force her. He ignored her and went to join the new lady he put in her position. He was all alone that night and was wondering what she has done to deserve this. Soon enough, her manager messaged her and told her it was Paul who is responsible for her removal. Next day, he saw her sitting cold and asked her if she was pregnant. If she is, let her go and remove it. Is it because she lost the deal? And she said she didn't lose the deal. You took it from me, you filthy animal. Paul was surprised at her courage and she told him she met his ex-wife, Gift. Oh, you are a fraud, a scammer. I made you who you are today. I picked you from the gutter and cleaned you up.
I gave you life. Everything that you think you are today is because of me, you filthy pig. Oh my God!
As expected. And he said, if you speak to me like that again, I will beat you up and lock you. A few minutes later, his phone started beeping. Guess what? He's all over the blogs. He rushed down and asked Debbie, what have you done? Earlier on, Debbie hid the camera just for her to show people the kind of person he is. And as well called the police to arrest him for assault and laying his hands on her. And that's it for Fame and Fury. What do you think about the movie? If you were in Debbie's shoe, will you leave your career and stay with Deolu? Tell me in the comment section. Shout out to our amazing actors, most especially the GOAT, Bimbo Ademoye. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time. Bye-bye.